In this next section, we're going to explain what kind of great impacts in-store fulfillment can really have on your entire organization. When we get approached by retailers, especially in the grocery industry, for example, they'll talk about their e-commerce plans, and I'll ask them, well, are you ready to set up a dedicated fulfillment center? And they'll go, well, maybe not quite because we don't really have the scale yet. So a perfect place to start is to use the store as the fulfillment center. So one of the first places that we get started, of course, is we make sure that they have a partnership with the right order management system, so they have a good front end to this e-commerce system. And then we start talking about all the factors that we've been talking about in this series, about all the integration points, and what kind of expectations do they have, what are all these considerations they need in their facilities, and then now do they have the fulfillment system in place that's going to allow them to deliver the goods accurately, timely, and at a cost that makes good business sense. As you're looking at omni-channel fulfillment, again, you might have dedicated fulfillment centers, but one of the real advantages to using the store as part of your fulfillment operation is now I can optimize my facilities and I can optimize my inventory. I have a better chance of keeping my inventory as lean as possible, but also satisfying some of those customer demands compared to the fulfillment that's offered by some of the pure play, high quality retailers. For example, one of our customers that has a dedicated fulfillment center, they've got many stores where they actually are keeping inventory, real-time visibility, and from that, their order management system can decide whether or not they fulfill that order from a dedicated fulfillment center or from a store. And they can take into account some factors like how quick can I get it to my customer, what are the shipping costs, and where is this most readily available to fulfill the customer need at the lowest cost. I can think of an example of one of our customers where you might have an item that's going out of stock, but a customer really wants that item. That discontinued item may only be available at a limited number of stores. Well, with a good omni-channel system and good inventory visibility, you can help reduce that inventory further and further so you have a higher margin sale of that product, and you also satisfy the customer. One of the considerations you're going to run into now is you're going to see the store as really part of your overall fulfillment operation. So now store operations is really tightly interactive with fulfillment operations. So there's operational considerations about, well, who's in charge of this and how is it managed and how do these systems interact together. By deploying techniques like you have in a traditional distribution center with in-store fulfillment, we're finding extraordinary efficiency gains. Most of the experience we've seen so far by putting in directed fulfillment systems in store, we're at least doubling the productivity of fulfillment versus maybe a paper type fulfillment process. Well, that can make the difference between success and failure from profitability. One of the big advantages, and what we're finding is almost a surprise, is that in-store fulfillment has the opportunity to really change the customer experience to something that even the pure plays can't do, because you've got this potential for interaction with your customer like we talked about, as well as things like even same day or delivery within minutes or hours of when orders are placed. Those are the things that allow you really to have a very different game-changing experience. We've talked about this over and over again throughout this series, but profitability is really something that you have to make sure you understand. And that's really one of the drivers of making sure that you've got a good back-end system that's going to drive this efficiency in all these different aspects of reducing costs to make this reality. So as we're seeing customers install these systems and start rolling them out, introducing to the customers, we emphasize over and over again, when you install these systems, test it with a small subset of people, prove it, make sure you've got everything perfected so that experience is second to none. You need to make this experience with your customers a game changer if you're going to win them and retain them and keep them for a long time dedicated customer. Whatever you decide to do with omni-channel fulfillment, make sure that you've chosen a solution that you can scale, that you can grow with, that's going to make a great experience for a customer, and it's going to be a game changer for your business. We really appreciate the time that you've taken to listen to these videos and pick up on the ideas that we've been trying to share with you. If you're interested in knowing how HighJump can help you make in-store fulfillment and extension of the solutions into your retail store really have an impact on your omni-channel retailing, we'd love to talk with you.